Austin Eastsiders. Welcome to Music Firsthand. There they are. They woke up from their nap to be here. Yay! No, this is exciting. Thank you so much to Austin Eastsiders for having us. It's our first show from here, and it is a dope setup.
It's a good room.
Yeah, it's very roomy. I said earlier, it feels like the Great Hall from Harry Potter. It's very echoey. There's pretty lights, nice
like
people pouring beers. It's been fun. We are Music Firsthand. My name is Becky Jo Neal.
And I'm Luis Flandes.
And we are your comedians about to interview a musician. It is our Who Knows What show. I never keep track, but it has been super fun. Last week we had Andy McIntyre, so if you want to check that out online on our Facebook, you can check that video out. Like and share as you will. Get on the Patreon. You can join our concert club for $22 a month. You can come and hang out and have a show with us once a month. We feed you, get a t-shirt.
Come chill.
Yeah, it's really fun. Everybody who's come out, Evers has a good time. We got some VIP people here tonight. Shout out to y'all. Thanks for showing out. Beautiful couple. They're having fun here tonight. Would you like to introduce our guest, Mr. Luis?
Yes, I would. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pocket Sounds, everybody.
Keep it going.
There is fate, there are falls, and there are moments we'd all take back. But I'm done asking for all your forgiveness. It is a shame how the seasons creep closer together every year. Because that was the year, because that was the year. We were 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. We were 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. We all get along much, much better now. The guy was running away. Was just running away. And if you'd asked me yesterday, I'd have answered much more honestly. But it seems that today is much more that I don't know. We were 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. We were 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. I wasn't asking too much. Maybe I was asking too little. Afraid if I fell out of touch, just keep falling. But we were 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, seven, 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 seven.
Keep it going for Pocket Sounds, Austin East
Pocket
Siders.
Sounds.
Thank you so much, Austin East Siders, for coming out tonight. Thank you for having us. I am drinking your miraculous blood orange, and it is my favorite.
I'm drinking your original.
Oh, yeah, he asked on the Facebook page what you should try. You didn't try anything fun?
I tried the grapefruit for one first.
Ooh.
It was
Just going to
tasty.
hit them all?
Yeah.
Get this man a flight.
Give me all of them.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mike. I know that Pocket Sounds has been your solo project since 2016, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
I can read. No, actually, I know you've actually been a part of the Austin music scene for a really long time. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about your journey in Austin music and how you got to Pocket Sounds?
Oh man, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I moved. I think I moved to Austin around 2008, maybe. So I've been here about 10 years now, which is doesn't seem like that long, but it's changed.
It's a lot longer
Obviously,
than
it's
most.
changed a whole
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, I know. It's probably longer than half the people that live here now.
Yeah.
Which is
true.
amazing. I moved here with a band called Nello that I was playing with. I was playing bass with them at the time, and I did that for a while, and then kind of ended up going a different way, and was playing. I play some. With a lot of people, a lot of singer-songwriters,
And
a lot
you play a
of
ton of
bands
instruments,
and-
right? Yeah. Like
Well, yeah.
a lot
Well,
of them.
I started doing. I joined. My first utility guy. Well, I've always played like different things because I mean, my uncle was a band director, and I had some instruments. I was like, I should learn how to use these instruments.
Yeah,
and,
there's like my cousin's that way. He's just a
Laying
natural.
around.
He's a natural musician, so he can just pick something up and start playing it, and it sounds really good. And I'm like,
It's insanity.
fuck you.
Oh,
Your
man.
uncle was a band director?
I know.
Is that he like started in music? Do you
He-
like a band director uncle?
Yeah, he helped me start. Yeah, he was a band director. He actually used to. Just once he after he was kind of retired from that. He still substituted sometimes, and he substituted for my band class one time when I was in middle
Aw.
school.
Family.
That was interesting.
Did he embarrass you like, hey, mijito?
Aw.
Because
No.
my family would do that. They'd be like, hey, mijito, how you doing?
Show up with your face on a shirt. I'm subbing in for the band. Just an arrow. This is my nephew. I need to do that
Just
now.
call me by my nicknames that I don't want anyone to know that my family has for me.
Bring baby pictures.
Hmm
That's
They
a
would
fan.
do that. My family would do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He didn't.
No, what was it like growing
he
up
didn't
like
do
that
He
with
kept
like
it pretty,
a family
He kept
of
it pretty
music?
low profile. It was right. Do what?
Growing up with like a family of music, was that just your uncle or was it everybody involved?
Well, a lot of my extended family play. Actually, I think all of my aunt and uncles do play an instrument, except for my parents. My parents don't really play. They do sing in the church choir now. They do
There
that.
you go. Got the one.
But they didn't do that when I was growing up, and they and I think they always wished they played. I think they, especially my mom, didn't have a band program when she was in middle school or whatever. Whenever people start playing music, there was no band program, so she sang in the choir some. But I think she always wanted to be in the band, so
I
that's
think
why
it-
she encouraged me so much.
I think it
maybe.
still counts as like an instrument. It's like the one you were
Oh, yeah.
given.
Oh, totes.
I know. I wish that I
You're
had sung
like-
in the choir. That would-
Get that
yeah.
initial training. Where did you grow up?
in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's a beautiful part of the country. That's awesome. What was
It
it
is,
like going from one south to another south, I guess?
Oh man, well yeah, I mean.
Like they're totally different Souths. I love, like, because I'm from the Midwest and we used to generalize the shit out of the South. They might as well have been the same damn state. And now living in Texas, I'm like, oh, that's a very different kind of Southern lady, very different kind of Southern place.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like the Southeast kind of has a vibe, you know. I mean, everywhere's different, but like, yeah, the Southeast has a vibe. And then you got Texas, you got New Orleans, or Louisiana, and you got I think Texas. I mean, I don't know. Growing up, you know, when I came to Texas, the first thing that was interesting about the state as a whole is the I feel like I noticed this like pride in Texas that people had.
Yeah, we got Texas pride.
Yeah, there's Texas pride. And
Texas
I think that's
invented
really cool.
everything.
I'm full of it. I'm a little guy, and I'm already just full of like 80% Texas pride everywhere I go.
Yeah, it's not a Napoleon complex. It's like Willie Nelson complex or something. It's very.
Willie Nelson.
That's true. I used to tell my mom that. She's like, well, you know, I just saw this ad. It says Austin got voted best barbecue, and I just don't. And I was like, they think they invented literally everything, Mom. Like, you could be like, yeah, this is water, and they're like, we made that. We made water.
Like I'm walking around in a bar, and I'm like, these people move. Don't you know I'm from Texas?
Yeah,
Like, are you serious? Get out of my way.
Texans, the
I'm
original
from here.
Californians.
I'm from.
It's true. What's it like, I guess, going from working with a ton of, I mean, obviously you still collaborate a bunch, but like sort of focusing on your solo / duo career as opposed to being like a session musician, full-timer, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. You have to start. Well, yeah, I'm still figuring that out. I think that it's a new challenge. You have to think about things that you don't have to think about. Maybe like being able to do interviews. You know,
You're like, I don't even know. If
you know,
I could have, I
I've
would
done
have
a lot
said
of interviews
no.
where I just sit there and I let other people answer all the questions. You know, and
Now you're in the hot
so,
seat.
yeah,
Right?
so now,
What are
yeah.
the, like, I guess like the pros and cons of doing both, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, well, I mean, I think the reason I wanted to have a project made. Well, mainly I started writing songs, and then I had this big stockpile of songs, and I was like, well, I want to put these songs out in the world, so I ought to start singing them, you know. So that was how it started, I guess. Trying to start a project of my own, you know, just to play those songs. And it was also just, you know, when you're collaborating with people, it's a very special thing, and it's like, well, you got live music collaboration, and I feel like that's like really special because you have this interaction. You're making music, and anything that happens, you gotta react to it. You gotta really special things happen from that would never happen otherwise, and I think that's
in that delicate balance of musicians, particularly like in live performance settings, like the way that sort of unit changes. Like if somebody in the band is different, that whole performance aspect is shifted.
Oh yeah, completely
Kinda, yeah.
changes. Yeah, like I'll it's I mean, I was talking about that the other day. I was playing bass with my friend Hillary York, great singer-songwriter in town, and I don't know, we were talking about how different, you know, like when I come play versus the normal bass player, Gian, and he's got his way of playing it, and then I've heard him do it several times, so I try and do some of his things, but then also I think I just bring my own thing, you know, and then it becomes like a whole different groove sometimes, you know. It becomes a very different.
You can play
thing.
the same notes, but you can't fill the same space, kind of thing,
Yeah.
or it's your completely
Yeah.
different space.
Yeah,
Do you have to have like more of like an ego or hubris as a solo performer? Like when you're like doing shows and everything, you have to be like, okay, it's just me up there. All right, I'm the whole show, and you got to go.
Oh, like when I'm playing solo, yeah.
Yeah.
I do, so normally I don't, I have like a loop thing that I did that I've been doing for a while. That I've been playing some full band shows in the last couple of months, which has been awesome and super cool to collaborate with people on it. But I also do like loops and stuff, and I think I did them. And I'll play bass with my feet, and I'll do stuff like that. I think part of why I did that was so I could look down. I have to look down at my pedals and my feet and stuff.
Just disassociate.
Nah, I
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
get
Like
that.
this way, nobody can blame me for not being a proper front person.
I kind of get that because I'm like a real introvert in real life, but when I'm on stage, I'm like, I have to be that, but also like I'll sink out of that and be like, oh, everyone's looking at me and I'm not doing well. Okay.
Puff up, puff
Hey
up.
guys, I hope you like this next joke.
No, I just had some photographer come to. I sang at something last week, and literally every picture is me like living my best like closed-eyed life. Just like it's not. If I am, I'm looking at the ground. Like, yeah, I can't. I just looked at the set list a bunch of times. Apparently, I was just like, that I can focus on. These will never change. The truth is that it's fine. That was it. I couldn't. I feel like the autonomy of it, but to be alone, kudos. Would you like to do another song for us real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, don't forget to come in with your Facebook questions, people online. But give it up for Pocket Sounds again,
Pocket
ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds.
I've got this capo that's kind of broken. Let's see. Oh yeah. Here we go. I don't know why let my friends go, though I don't mean to. They don't either. I guess it's been a while since maybe 2010. Was I honest back then? I can't really remember, because an awful lot has happened since. Lessons always come like a bitter pill that I'm slow to swallow, and even slower to feel. You hear the strangers call to get off the dime, but you don't follow it until it is well past time. But I've been through an awful lot since then. All the lines that I've drawn and all the rules that I've bent, and all the laughter, anger, calm, and fire. Hard times pushed me down, good friends carried me higher. I looked into the darkness, and I looked into the light. Could I show you if I tried to with all of my might? Could I show you my story and all the places I've been? Could
I walk in your shoes, face your start, face your end. All the places we'd wander, and all the history we'd share. But there's worlds in between us, and words still hang in the air. And it's just pictures we see, and it's just rumors we hear. Well, could we knock them down gently if we took back those years? If we took back those years, could we take back those years? I guess not. Seems we're stuck right here. Why don't we just sit back and have a beer? Or in this case, the Austin East cider or something.
Have a cider.
Woo! Keep it going for
There's a
Pocket
pro
Sounds.
over there. He's like, no, wait,
Right.
it's cider tonight.
Bullshit, you don't do interviews.
Didn't
That
rhyme
was
or
cabaret-esque. Welcome to my show. We're at Austin Eastsiders. Thank you again for joining us at Austin Eastsiders. It is a pleasure. Oh, hi, friend. I know you. We interviewed him
McIntyre.
last week. You guys can't see him, but Andy McIntyre's here. We have friends. Yeah, check that interview out. Plugged it already. It's on there last week. It was a good time. So, band name, Pocket Sounds. Where did that come from?
Oh man. Well, I had a whole little list of band names. I went by St. Clair for a while, which is my last name. Well, I don't know. There's some other St. Clairs. You know, there was like this Australian model / DJ. That
There's a
went
new
by
drag
St.
queen,
Clair and-
Blair St. Clair. She's real. I don't know
Oh,
if any
really? I
drag
didn't know
race
that.
fans,
I
but
didn't
nope,
know
nobody.
that.
Just me. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I've been making a list of names, and I would check them out and be like, was there anybody with this name? You know, and most names are taken these days. You know, because you can know about any band. It doesn't matter if they just like recorded a couple of songs. You know, made a Facebook page. You know, you can find out
Like,
about
it's
them.
been done. Ah.
This is why we can't have nice things. Everything is already taken. Damn it. That's not fair. So yeah, you just like that was the one that was on there.
I used to
or-
brainstorm names. And then I don't know. When it came time, I was like, okay, I need to find a different name, and I just showed some friends of the Pocket Sounds. People seem like it. I really liked it. I've always liked it. I thought it was I don't know. I try in my records to and live to find like little sound. You know, I like the idea of having little sounds that become important in the mix. You know, so they feel a little cool and interesting. You know, try it. Yeah. So that's the concept behind it. I want to do more and more of that as my do more records.
More little
Nice.
sounds.
Have I told you that I went up as I used this stage name when I first started doing comedy? Have I
Ew,
told you
what
what
was
this
it?
was? It was Tony Vegas.
I was
Yes.
trying to be like, it's Mike St.
Swear
Clair.
to
That's
God.
why we couldn't. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it because there was already a Mike
There's
St. Clair.
probably a bunch of Tony Vegases out there, but I was using it for like the first 6 months.
Yeah,
of
but
doing
they
comedy.
still blow out of a Pinto on spring break. Tony Vegas does not. They're all in jail. They're all the Tony Vegases, and they have terrible mustaches. You have a nice
So yeah,
mustache.
I was like, I'm gonna stop being a coward and just use my real name, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Shed yourself, rid yourself of Tony Vegas
I am Tony Vegas.
to become the Luis Fondes.
He still
that you're
comes
destined
out
to be.
when I get like really whiskey drunk. Tony Vegas is like there.
Tony Vegas seems like a Sambuca drunk to me.
Nah, it's
Like
whiskey.
he's like UV green. That's what 19-year-olds drink. Tony Vegas drinks. Sorry about that. I don't know where that came from. You have a new album out. Would you like to talk to us about your new album?
Oh yeah. Well, it's an EP. It's a 5-song. Real proud of it. Took me a while. I kind of learned a lot in the process, and some of it I tracked with my buddy Douglas Walseth at his place Cat's Eye, and mostly the drums and bass. And then I sat in my room and did a lot of other stuff on it, and a lot of synthesizers and horns and things like that. and I'm really proud of it. I don't know, it turned out.
What is your
really
like
good. Please check it
songwriting
out.
process? Like, is it like music first, then lyrics, lyrics, and music? Do you need to sort of build it all at once, or?
It's usually music first, then lyrics. I have tried doing lyrics first, and I can't seem to get lyrics that make very good music, or I can't write. It's hard for me to write the music out. And whereas like I feel like when I write the music first, it'll inspire lyrics. Like usually
Right.
when I start writing the lyrics, I don't know what it's about. Usually I'll write several sets of lyrics, you know, and I have like 6 different songs or whatever, and then I start picking it, and I'm like, oh, that's what that's about. Like, you know, I had a song that was happening that I was writing, you know, when all the Middle East was kind of having an upheaval and stuff, and there was some WikiLeaks things that would call it, you know, and there was just a lot going on with that, and I was just brainstorming lyrics, and I ended up with a song and I was like, oh, this song's about that, you know, and
Like after the fact, it was like, oh.
I had written a bunch of verses, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what I was right. I see what was in my brain, because it was all over the news and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what I was thinking about.
Do you feel like a
So that's
need
kind of
to be more, I guess not more political, but like sort of to engage your political creativity that somewhat comes out? Do you feel like like a propulsion to do that, or do you feel like, I feel like some people try to like stay away from it, whether even it be like sort of sprinkled in lyrics. I feel like some people try, but
Yeah, but other people are like, if you're not saying
Yeah.
something on stage with the time that you have, you know, the microphone and your people's attention, then what are you doing? Like, if
right.
there's-
Like, I guess, do you feel obligated, or like do you feel like you want to do that with your music, or?
No, not necessarily. I think it just happened. I like to
Yeah.
figure out what's just in my brain, what's rattling up in there, without imposing it, you know, without being like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna write a song about this. I don't really like doing that. I like to just toy with it until I figure out what I really was thinking. You know, it's cathartic. You know, it's cool.
Right.
And I don't necessarily. That's the only political song I have, I think. And I didn't take a stand. I think I intentionally didn't take a stand. I just represented 3 different viewpoints in it. That was what my intention was in the song, and it was more of a dialogue. You know, I try and do that in general. Like, I don't like answers in songs. I like questions. So I like to. Yeah, I like questions more than answers, I think. So that's
Seems
a
like, yeah, they're like,
philosophy.
it's
I
like
think that's a general one.
not like an anthology to your life or something. It's like chunks of representative emotions or feelings at like a one point in your life. That's how
think
I've
so.
explained my tattoos to my mom. I'm like, it's fine. Maybe I won't always want this mustache tattoo, but it'll tell me who I was at that time in my life. That's my excuse.
I wish I had done that. I wish I'd gotten more like really dumb tattoos in
should've.
my early 20s.
At least
You
he's writing
can't
like
get-
thought-provoking music, and we're over here like,
But
should
you
have gotten
can't
that
get,
butt
like-
tat when I wanted.
Oh,
Rats. If you play with a ton, like you played with a ton of musicians in town, a lot of them, and you play with a ton of bands here, like what, like 5 or something? How many bands have you been in Austin?
Oh, I don't know.
Like a lot. Not just like sprinkled, I guess that's true. But if you could plug any current Austin musician working really hard, who would you want to plug? It's a good one. I've been thinking about how to ask this
Who's
question
most
for weeks.
frequent on your playlist right now?
Yeah, like
in
who do
Austin?
you think we should support as a Music for Sam platform? We like to do that. And
Oh,
love
well,
that.
by 100% chance. Well, no. Well, this is okay if you for you to support. Well, I mean, okay. Since you asked that question, and I happen to have like, he's not an Austin musician anymore, unfortunately.
fine.
But just so happened that yesterday. Just because of another. So first of all, I was rehearsing with my
build-up
buddy
is-
Justin Sherburne of Montopolis. He has his great film. He does films and music with the films, and sometimes he writes music for films and all that. I play with him with Montopolis, so that's a really good band that everybody should check out. It's mostly instrumental music. He has beautiful string players that play with him. On this show coming up, I'm playing bass and trombone on it. Anyway, he had but beyond that, he had a song called Javelina, and that reminded me of another guy I used to play with named Christopher Douthit. And then I just was like, oh yeah, I want to listen to that record again, and it's been a little while since I'd listened to it. And I was just like, golly, this is an amazing record. So he doesn't live here anymore. He's up in up north, northeast. But yeah, Christopher Douthit, check him out. I mean, it's really unique music. Kind of, if you like Scott Walker, you'd probably like it. It's real cool stuff. I mean, but there's the list. I mean, golly, there's so many musicians that I play with in town that are amazing, and that that's just the first two that popped into my brain. Just because, yes, it was yesterday. Oh, and P.R. Newman. Golly, I was just rehearsing with P.R. Newman today for a show on Thursday.
Nice.
So good. It's a band, Spencer Garland. If you knew Berkshire Hounds, he's from that band. P.R. Newman's.
We
amazing.
have a fan question from Brian Wolf, our friend Brian Wolf.
Hey,
He
Brian.
said-
I was like,
go
maybe no,
ahead.
please, you do it.
He said, "Man, that song really moved me. Great lyrics and fluid dynamics. What's your favorite example of great songwriting from another artist? Which could be an album or a specific song, whichever comes to mind."
Ooh. Come on, specifics.
I'm the worst
Pressure's
at this
on.
because the way my brain works.
Put you on the spot like over and over.
Yeah,
All right.
well, yeah. I mean, it's not really that on the spot. I should have a really easy answer for this. I feel like I need to open up Spotify and like see what I've been listening to. A specific song and a specific.
Or an album.
Do what?
Or an album.
Or an album.
Or an album.
That's a good one too, because I feel like an album is like the all-inclusive go in, but that's also more of a commitment. Damn, Brian.
Yeah.
Fair City Fire, Brian, trying to get all complicated.
No, this is
Brian.
This is a good question. I'm just the worst at these I mean, worse than anybody that I've ever known. Yeah. So like.
Maybe I can say one that I have. It's
please do.
Austin band What Made Milwaukee Famous, and Michael Kincaid fronts that. And everything that he puts out, I try to listen to, because like that one album, he had like their second album is the one that I'll always listen to when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm just out with my friends and everything. I'm just like I'm gonna jam that one.
You're like, screw you, friends. I've got this album I want to listen to. Everybody,
We're gonna
shut
either
up.
get real sad or real happy.
I love Michael Kincaid. I play with Michael Kincaid. I did a tour with I played keyboards for What Made
Can
Milwaukee.
set
And I
you
played horns for
up.
them a lot, and I played bass with him. Yeah.
No, he's a great musician.
Maybe we'll just make
Great
you
singer.
come back to it. Maybe we'll make you think on it. We also have one from Andy McIntyre, who's in the house.
Andy.
What in the heck is that big hand? You know what this is. This is what we drank out of last week. We played Never Have I Ever out of this. We apparently played too hard. And it's too rolly right now. Well, oh no. Oh my God, now it's like vacuum still in here. Seriously, I'm sweating so bad I'm almost sliding off of the seat. You know, you put like a cup on a table with water on it, it just starts scooting. Like that's what my ass has been doing since I sat down. So sorry if y'all can see through my shirt by now, because
I'm just
it's
using.
hot.
I'm just keeping my peripheral vision just like that.
Yeah,
way,
before we,
so-
literally 2 minutes before we went up, there was like this huge sun glare off of the ground that I sat down here and we were trying to take a picture, and I'm the only one that's got a complete saint halo around, and I legitimately
like
almost
the
got a
Virgin
sunburn.
Mary
Like. Sort of like the Virgin Mary.
in her image.
In her image. We have a couple of segments that we like to do before we do the two-song segment. We've been working on them a couple weeks, and Luis has an excellent one he would like to take over, I think. Bring it on, good sir.
All right, this one's called "Welcome to the Music Business." You're effed, and these are just multiple choice questions that I'm gonna throw at you. First answer that comes to your head. This one is because you play a bunch of instruments. What's the next instrument to conquer? Is it A, the guitar? Is it B, the sousaphone? Or C, various sizes of bamboo sticks?
Oh, man.
I did those in third grade, but they were plastic.
I'll go with the sousaphone because I want to know what that is.
Yeah,
And
what is
That's the Tesla one where it's like electricity going.
Oh no, I thought that was
Really?
the what? I thought that was called something. What? The one you like? It's like a harp but electric.
That's the theremin.
Theremin. Yeah, 'cause
D,
that
the
sounds
theremin. I'm gonna put theremin on there because I had it up there.
It sounds like a birth control IUD. Theremin. Progesterone only birth control.
For when he doesn't want to pull out. Theremin.
For when you have to take all the damn responsibility, Mike Dunn. Sorry, Nick.
You made
There
it
we go.
gross. You
Can
made-
I get an amen?
You made my-
theremin. Can I get a theremin?
Becky Joe, you're making my segment gross. I'm supposed to do that.
Sorry.
One of the things. Next question. People wouldn't recognize you without what? Is it a pearl snap shirt, B, plastic glasses frames, or C, tame facial hair?
Tame. I like tame. She
All
knows.
right, all of the above. Yeah, I'll go with that.
And then we're like, who's this guy? Next question. What's the best merch for bands? Is it A, t-shirts, B, koozies, or C, sign my baby's head?
Sign my baby's head.
Yeah.
I mean, why
Yeah.
not?
You gotta charge like $20 for that, right?
Gotta give them immunities somehow.
Best acoustics. Is it A, a house show, B, an outdoor stage, C, a crusty dive bar, or D, this huge-ass brewery thing?
It's a big
Definitely this brewery, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Austin
Echo.
Signers. We love you.
And let me see if I have another one. What's the best way to dance to your music pocket sounds? Is it A, soft head bobs, B, soft foot taps, or C, dance like no one's watching?
All of the above. Soft foot taps and head bobs like no one's watching.
A and B?
Just
All
head bob like nobody's there, baby.
That's all the ones I got for you.
Head bob, head bob.
Becky, do you want to
I
do
love
your
that.
segment now?
My segment is Never Have I Ever because we've all played that game, unless you didn't have friends in college, and that's unfortunate. And you peaked in high school. Sorry about it. So, click my pen for no reason. Are you ready to play Never Have I Ever? Good sir, Mike St. Clair.
All right.
You
let's
need
do
a.
it.
Do you have a drink with you? Do you have a? Oh yeah. This is a.
And if you
a
finish the
drinking
drink, you have to put on that incredibly warm-looking boa. You look like Ronald McDonald
Oh, this
turning
guy.
tricks.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put that on.
Yeah, well, why
I'll put
not?
that on.
Thanks, Ben. Sometimes our sound guy's nice to me. Never have I ever drunk dialed an ex.
Yeah.
If I had 6 beers up here, that would not be enough.
Wait.
If you've
Oh
done
yeah,
the
if you
thing that-
have dialed an ex, you have to drink.
Drunk out who?
An ex.
Oh, an ex. Oh, I have to drink if I have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have.
That's fair.
Does drunk text count?
Yes. It's 2018. Drunk text count. Never have I ever gotten food poisoning on tour and or during, like, before a show.
Oh gosh.
You've done that. Dude, the worst.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
hot
That's happened to me
stage
multiple
lights.
times.
Multiple times?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
establishments have you ruined food-wise for yourself?
I've had multiple shows where I was pretty much just like laying down trying to recover until 5 minutes before the set. That's happened to me 3 times. And somehow when it's time for the show,
And you
I
don't-
think your body, I don't know, I can't explain it, but my body was like, all right, I'll do it. And then,
Yeah,
and you-
moving helps until it doesn't. And you're like, that was too much moving, and we're going back to laying down.
I don't think I've gotten food poisoning before. I have an iron stomach. I have a Texas stomach.
That's true.
Ain't
He brought
nothing getting
mole.
past this.
He brought mole for us to eat tonight. Come on, domestic goddess. Yes.
Wife
Really
me.
good mole.
I'm wife material.
Wifey. Never have I ever lied to get out of practice.
Lied to get out of practice? No, never.
I had a court order appearance I had to get out of practice, but I did not lie about it.
It was real.
It's real. Never have I ever failed to file my taxes. That was an accident.
I mean, I filed it now.
It was late, but I gave it to him.
Fail. What is failed? Never have I ever vandalized public property. That I've done.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but I'm sure I've written on a bathroom wall or something.
What? I don't think I vandalized. I don't think I've vandalized anything.
You don't strike me as. You used to be like, even if you had like a really good Sharp in your pocket, you'd be like, no, someone has to clean that. I don't want to do that. Never have I ever killed a house plant. That's like inevitable.
What does that mean? Like not water it?
Like
neglect?
not, yeah, not like,
If
it's
neglect
not like you like
counts.
walked every day and you're like, I'm gonna get you, and then you just like slowly didn't stop watering it, like you just left it in a
pass by
windowsill.
with the knife, and you're like, chink, chink,
Yeah,
chink,
like
chink.
tell no one, or tell the succulents I'm coming. You're just like, they're next. Never have I ever signed a boob or a baby.
Oh yeah.
Can I drink if I want to?
Yes.
If I'd like
What
to.
about a boob?
Someday.
What about it was like a baby breastfeeding and you just kind of got it also on the boob? It's just like a sloppy shit.
Just wave the Sharpie around there. Yeah.
That's how you sign
They're
stuff.
fans.
What's the baby's name? Anne. Great.
You're a fan? Cool.
That's just it.
You're not anymore.
Sir, this is just a shitty picture of a cat. You're welcome. Never have I ever thrown up on or off stage. I actually have thrown up off stage before. It gets hot in Texas.
I don't know.
He's like,
Probably off stage.
right? Like you're just like one of those like, hold on, gotta go switch guitar. Run off.
I've
You're trying
definitely
to be cool.
almost done that before.
Do you like have to make an excuse, or would you just be like, I'm gonna go barf and run?
Well, the first year that comes to mind, I had an exit strategy, but somehow, and I was like, but I made it. Somehow I got better. I was like, okay, 2 songs from now, I'm gonna be able to. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
get a
can
little
time
chance.
this.
I got some bars of rest. You know, I'm just gonna go run off stage.
You're like,
and
gag
then by
reflex
then,
if you're
the
with
2
me.
songs went by, and I was like, okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay.
We're good.
You just timed it out. That was all I had. The next one, the last one I have is never have ever sang a song about a person that was in the room.
Oh.
Right, I was thinking it would be like a shit talking one. You're like, oh my God, Christy's here. We can't do Big Mean Old Bitch or whatever. We can't play that song. Christy's here. We're like, who's Christy? The Big Mean Old Bitch from the song.
I do jokes about like people that I've like written about it, and they're in the room, and I'm like, you know this, and
Just
they
make
either-
direct eye contact.
Yeah.
You.
They laugh. It's all for good.
Yeah, they laugh to avoid crying. On that note, would you like to play 2 more songs for us, Mr.
Sure.
Mike Sinclair? Give it
Yeah.
up, ladies and gentlemen of Austin Eastsiders, for Pocket Sounds again.
I am okay watching the shadows dancing before me. Can't you see I'm a simple man? I'll ask you once more why you hatched such a plan. And he replied, it's been a long time coming. Seize the day, picture the old guard beggars in the streets. Julian, why'd you rat on me? For little white lies that don't hurt anyone. Are you gonna hide your eyes the day the kingdom crashes down? There's a cloud draped over this castle, I can admit it, and a deep moat around its base. But I'm still alive. Isn't there safety in this place? And he replied, it's been a long time coming. It's hard to see just where it's gonna lead, but won't we be free? Julian, why'd you rat on me? For little white lies that don't hurt anyone. Are you gonna hide your eyes the day the kingdom crashes down? light. It's been a long time coming. Just seize the day. Picture the old guard beggars in the streets. Oh, in the streets. Julian, why'd you rat on me? Little white lies that don't hurt anyone. Are you gonna hide your eyes the day the kingdom crashes down? Thanks. I won't say anything. I won't say anything at all. I will be quiet. I will be silent. It wasn't anything. It wasn't something I can't handle on my own. It wasn't what you think. I can't be listening to those who tell me why. Those who would try. It wasn't anything. It wasn't something I can't handle on my own. But you gave me what you could. I should have known that I was on my own. We all should take some time to find our own and place it in our soul. And when you see, you will not see light. You will not see heaven in all its might. And when you go, you will not go home to the place you started, laughing poems. And when you find what you're looking for, it will not be answers, will not be doors, but you will see, and you will go. You may not find, but you will show, and you will not be on your own. You will not be all alone. Not alone, but you are 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 not alone. You are not alone. You are not
alone. Keep it going, Austin East Sider for Pocket Sound.
Pocket Sound.
Music by Mike St. Clair. Thanks again for joining us, y'all. We have a couple more questions before we let you go and eventually turn it over from not the live stream but to a private song concert for the VIP guests. So that's your incentive for joining the concert club. I thought of this question earlier today and I was really proud of myself, but if there was like a summer camp for Austin musicians and they could all go for like 2 weeks out and hang out at Valente Beach and just chill, what classes would you like to have at the camp / what would you teach or be the camp counselor of?
What would I be the camp counselor of?
I asked Luis, like,
Oh, man.
now.
Whoa. Oh,
That's the real Turner on this one. If there was like an Austin musician summer camp, what would you like to see at it, and what would you teach? And don't say macaroni art. That's a cop out. It's a lie.
Okay. Let's see here. There should be a class. Let's see. What would I like a class in? Well, let's see. Maybe a class in I don't know.
I think it would be. I would at least make sure that there was one about microphones. Like, if you can't hear yourself, no one can hear you, stupid. Like, it's,
Yeah.
There's all the comics that, like, the new ones when they're like, they're just like, hey, and I'm like, you can't. I don't know what about your material, but we can't hear you. You gotta be like right here for the micro. It's a microphone. You understand how microphones
Like
work?
a don't do coke in the bathroom class.
That's an elective.
Ooh, it's an elective.
Yeah, you don't have to take.
It's taught by people who didn't show up.
Because they're doing coke in the bathroom.
Son of a. Or like maybe like a merch table, like how to make your merch table pretty, and it's like the one Pinterest mom that's like, I make sure my daughter's merch table is beautiful every single concert.
Oh yeah.
I would
Merch
do that,
table class
actually.
would be good. Yeah. How to get off stage fast class would be good. I could use that. I could still use that.
Breaking down.
That's smart. Andy McIntyre's like, yeah, take a hint, move.
It's like a 15-minute changeover, and they're like wrapping their cables real carefully and stuff. And I.
Well, it's good to be
And sometimes
careful.
I'll be like wrapping my cable. I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I got to get off the stage for these.
Have you ever like lost something because you were like hurrying out? I feel like there's like the other end where I'm so paranoid. I'd be like, I have to get out of here really fast. Someone's gonna be mad if I'm not 3 minutes earlier off the stage than I should have been. I just leave all my shit everywhere. I feel like I would have like a panic attack if I was in a get off stage fast class.
Now.
Again, already sweaty. If they added like a time requirement to it, I'd be like,
You got 10 minutes to get off stage. I gotta do it in 7. Just let me.
Yeah, like, I was supposed to be getting a sunburn by the pool this summer. And I'm just stressing out over cables. Oh, I'm not built for this world. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen again of Austin Eastsiders. Thank you so much for having us out there. Give it up for yourself for coming out. Give it up for Mike St. Clair, Pocket Sounds, for performing for us tonight. Because you guys are here, you get to have a sneak peek of another song. He's going to play a couple more for us. If you are not, you should be. Take a lesson. Just kidding. We love you anyway. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Luis and Chris and everybody here in Austin. We love you.
This is actually my
Second to last.
Yeah, next week is going to be my last show.
It's not fair.
And I've had a lot of fun, so come out to that one.
Yeah, please. Next week is going to be a good time, too. It's going to be a spectacular show. We're going to let Luis know how much we love him by embarrassing the hell out of him at that one, maybe.
I'll still come out and see you guys. It's not like the band's breaking
Will
up.
we let... No, just kidding. We love you. Thank you so much, everybody, joining us. Have an excellent evening.
Bye.
Keep coming out for Music Firsthand. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. This was